I'm Steve and welcome to my channel. So this is the bottom hinge of the front door. So the door needs to go in this direction. So this is the fixing holes. Obviously there isn't that much adjustment. I needed more adjustment. So what I've done is I've put these washers at the back here. So what that does, it pivots the whole lot just a little bit. So these are approximately 4mm thick, but you could put any thickness you wanted really. And that has had the effect of moving it that way. So that's really how I solved it. So putting these has caused another problem, and that is the hole in the back here, because it's moved it over, so it's about half a hole out. So the original screw is a countersunk one, the same as these, but I will probably elongate this so that it clears the thread, and then put a large washer with a bolt going through there with loads of sealer and loads of sealer here, because it's got to be sealed against the water getting through from the wheel arch. So this is how much it's moved it over. You can see it's about half a hole out, and the top one's the same. Right, that's as best I can get it. It's not perfect here. The door is lower than the B-pillar, but at the top here it's fine. So I'm going to have to live with that, and this is almost level down the bottom anyway. So as for the gaps, I've got these what I'm going to call Larman sticks from now on. Right, that end is 4mm and that end is 3mm. So if the 3mm goes in, it's fine. If the 4mm doesn't go in, that's fine. Okay, it just about goes in there. And the same here, the 4mm. The 4mm goes here. So I think you need 4mm gap here, otherwise the door will hit the wing at this point, and it's probably the same here. The 4mm won't go in this one. I might even have to move this back a bit, and on the back, which you can't see, that is 3mm can't get in there, but that's a rough guide to what I'm going to try to make the whole car like that. I don't know about the bonnet, but there you go. So now the next problem is this is still a bit higher. I can knock that down, but then when I do knock that down, this bulges out. So I'm going to take another clip of that from this view. This is the problem I've got here, and it's still a bit high here, but I can knock this down. That's not a problem. I can get that down. The more I push that down, the bigger this becomes. So what I'm thinking is, when you heat metal it shrinks, so I'm going to get this red hot and put it in water, see if it shrinks that, because that is too long for some reason. Don't really know why. And the other place it doesn't really line up is here. There's a big gap there, so you know it needs to carry on round with the same panel gap there. But I found a method of fixing that on YouTube, and that's probably be in another video. This is my Oxy Turbo. If you haven't seen my video, I've got a video reviewing this. It's got lots of hits. I thought it was ideal for this. I don't have to take it off the car. It shouldn't get hot enough to burn the paint. Right, so I'm just gonna, I'll start off by getting it blue, maybe, not red. Right. Okay, I'm going to have to take this off every time. Right, so what I can do, I can measure it with this. Doesn't look as though that has done any difference to me. Ooh. Certainly expanding it. My plan is not working. So I've heated this up many times and it's not shrinking, it doesn't work. So I've decided to cut it. This is just here to protect the door and the black paint here. So I'm going to cut it out now. Okay. I can bend that down first, I think. So I've set this up ready to weld, so I thought I'd do it on the car. That's the gap that needs to be welded. It's quite a wide gap. That's why I put the copper behind there. And this is just to keep the top bit down a bit. Okay, I think that's got it now. Now I can take all this off. I just tacked this patch on and put it back on the car just to check the alignment. Now it was a bit high here, so I hit it down, kept knocking this down with a punch, lightly locking it down, and it's still a bit high. It's a lot better than it was, and actually when you look at it, it's a little bit less than the other side. So, you know, they're probably all like that. Right, I just bent this up a little bit so that it fits in here. Like that. I'm going to put one tack here just to hold it on. Then I'm going to put it back on the car and make sure it still fits okay with this fitted. The strengthening rib is in there now, and it's exactly the same as it was. Hasn't changed at all. I thought the strengthening rib would push it out a little bit, but it's not, it's the same. So I'm going to finish tacking the rib and then go on to the other ones. I just finished making this piece and it goes in there like that, but then I realised I should have carried this round and made a join there and then made this bit. So I've made this out of one piece of metal and I've put the kink in it, and then I've cut V's in here to get this curve, and I've been filling them up with weld and bending it, and it's taken so long. So what I thought of doing, before I cut this rusty patch under here, I will remove this bit, but when I make this, I'll make this in two pieces, I think. What I do, I cut a piece of metal that copies this shape a little bit wider, and then I'll bend the edge over, I'll roll the edge over on the dolly, and then cut another piece to match this and weld it all the way along. I think that'll be a better job and it'll be much quicker.